Welcome back, folks. We're back. I got no warning, but it doesn't matter because I'm always ready. North America, one game in the books here in the SPL studios in Alpharetta, Georgia. 60 minutes and 30 seconds, lest I forget.
That's right.
Fantastic game between Denial and Enemy, and back and back, Enemy takes the game.
Scariest thing is, though, we can start talking about Enemy making a real run now at trying to get to the land. When they first came into the split, everyone was like,
Myself included.
No, I put him at the bottom. Right now, Payne Divion, he got himself a new roster, and this roster, they're doing work.
I said it before, during the game, adjust another new name, replacing a new name, probably just for the moment, but Payne is really able to find these players and have them do work. Everything is looking up.
Everything's looking good for him right now. Wukong going to be banned out again by Enemy. There we go, back to their usual ways of constantly banning Wukong. The one time they didn't ban Wukong, they beat a team. Well, they've already beaten a couple of teams, but still. 7 bans in a row, I believe that is for Wukong now by the side of Enemy. Geb and Freya take off the table. They don't want to deal with Payne Divion's Geb this game, quite clearly.
Bologna going to be banned as well. The Freya ban. Interesting.
They did this last game, though, because...
Exactly.
Well, as well as that, what you did see from Enemy, though, that previously they have run it. Veshim has run it twice already in the Pro League, twice on Medusa. We saw him that game as well on Rama that had a good game for himself. But ISIS will be priority pick this game. Mace has already played it twice so far in the Pro League. This split.
And ISIS is the character that he's really
Athena Medusa?
known for.
Oh, Athena Serqet.
Athena Serqet. Interesting. I mean, coming into this one, this is something that Enemy really like to do. They pick up the Medusa and the Athena combo almost always in tandem.
They may still be able to get it now, but if Denial have done their homework, they should know that they go for the Medusa. There's an Ares pick for Shadow Q, though. He's played that this season a couple of times so far with good results. If you can remember back to the last few games they've had, he's done okay with himself on that one. Very almost, bringing it out against the TSM was the big one. And the Medusa, good homework there, I feel. Take it away. But at the same time, I say it's homework. But Bronx Bomber...
Medusa's just a good character.
Bronx Bomber, this is his 5th game in it this split.
Yep.
So both of them were very contesting.
I'm not going to say... out of all the teams, I'm not going to say Denial's the team that doesn't do their research, but... I think they just wanted to give it to Bronx Bombers.
Well, the Ares pick as well here. It's very good against Athena, very good against Serqet. Athena can't preemptive strike away. You can also pull her back across the map if she ultimates away. One of the things a lot of people don't realize about the no escape. It's one of those interactions. It doesn't happen very often, but maybe we'll see it today. Serqet, we all know, cripple affects her greatly. And the Noir locked in for Enemy this time. It did great from the last game. In the late game, you can see how much damage that Shining Metal would do.
Odin going to be banned out by Denial. Payne Divion able to play that very, very well. And with the Athena pick already on the board, Salt Machine also a thought process. Artemis.
Tasty.
Now, we saw Artemis recently as yesterday, played by Birthday Boy Zelia in the solo lane.
We did, but it's not something we're going to see
Exactly.
very often. Comfrey, though, did play at the start of the season up against Fnatic over in EU. So we have seen it before this season. People start to realize the games go late. If they go later, the crit is useful, plus an steroid on her too.
Oh, yeah.
It makes things even better for her. We'll see what she can do during the laning phase, though, up against Medusa and Ares.
Double monkeys!
Is that allowed? Both monkeys on the same team. I mean, take that one away from Adjust as well, I think is a good call from Denial. Take it away and see what else is an Adjust God pull this time round. What will he default to? It's going to be... So obviously it's Serqet, but it's Chaac in the solo there for the boy of Salt Machine. He went below in the last game. This time, though, had to be banned out by Enemy.
Now, Chaac is an interesting character. Chaac is looked at as a lane stalemater. He doesn't really, he's not going to lose the lane. You throw an axe, slurp. That's what he does. Long time known that about Chaac. But his impact going forward in the team fights, I mean, he's got sort of 30% syndrome.
Silence is useful against the Fire Giant and Golf Fury.
Well, straight up, it is one of so Chaac Ultimate is one of the best initiations in the game. It's one of the best objective stealing abilities in the game. But that's what Chaac is. Outside of that, he ults in, silences everybody across the board, throws an axe, turrets, and then does a bunch of nothing.
I'll be honest. In this game right now, and the way I look at it, if you guys at home have voted for Split, I can see that happening. Denial for me have the better team.
Just off the picks?
Just off picks and bans. I feel like Denial have the stronger team. They've got counter picks against them for the most part. The Ares going to be very useful for them. Walrus, I feel, has a better god overall in terms of what the game plan is nowadays than Salt Machine's Chaac this game. Noir's effective, but then we're looking at Artemis. Can Artemis make this impact? It's supposed to be an impact god because we've not seen her much. Can she be a big play for enemy this game, or will Denial's standard strategy here pay off?
We'll see just how standard it works out as the actual game goes on. Their picks are all well and good. We'll see Denial playing their own ISIS skin make their way to the mid camps.
Gave up everything to the enemy team there. I love what actually happened with Denial then. Both teams wanted to do mid harpies, but enemy realized they could not win a level 1 trade against that composition.
Oh, yeah.
So they backed away. They give him up. Chaos now going to be very late to mid lane. Shadow Q doing the right thing here, trying to go aggressive and allow ISIS the pressure, but he's got himself a little bit too far forward, and Shadow Q's going to die.
Yeah, all by himself. Body blocks by Bronx Bombers might be enough, and it will be. Shadow Q with the assistance of his teammate able to get out of there. And now a couple of wind gusts. 3 out of 4 hit Chaos.
Chaos is in trouble. Bronx Bombers comes aggressive again with Shadow Q with the blink. This big deep play from Denial has really paid off for them, and they'll get themselves the first kill.
Adjust quickly, bringing that back though. Deathbane going to take out Shadow Q, and Bronx Bombers will fall as well. Adjust gets a double kill just a minute in.
Double kill for that's going to be huge. That's going to be absolutely massive for that team.
On the Serqet, Serqet is the character that really needs items in order to get online.
Get a level 5 as quick as you can and watch the game unfold. This is what the plan's going to be with that. That might have actually just swayed my side because I was like split because I feel Denial has this, but they've just given 2 kills over to Serqet, which could really change the pace of this game.
I mean, Serqet, yeah, largely short. Last breath, ultimate, very, very good. Serqet's point that I'm looking for always is Deathbringer. It turns Deathbane into a annoyance and a getaway mechanic into a destructive ability. And that's the mark I look for with Serqet.
The thing is here, you can see Bronx got the first blood, so that's going to help him out in terms of itemization. Again, he had that last game as well, remember. So that gold is advantage. Serqet, though, did get experience, which is more useful at this stage for her. Then the gold is not as much, obviously, off the kills anymore than it used to be. So it's not going to be as impactful. You can see the gold differential between the two of their own. It's only around 300 as it stands now, with camps still being available.
Bronx and Shadow going to be largely okay despite giving up. So, I mean, I think what's important to note here is that the double kill onto Adjust, onto the Serqet, is one of the situations where it's going to put her ahead. But Denial's not exactly fighting from a horrible trench.
Here's the funny thing. Denial went aggressive looking to get an early experience in gold lead, right? They went aggressive, and technically they didn't get anything out of it because enemy didn't die in the dual lane. They didn't die. So they died in the mid lane, but they didn't die in the jungle, right? That's the big key for them. And the jungler got 2 kills for themselves. So all that early work of the aggression that just came out went to naught, and technically just evened things back up again and gave Serqet a lead over Adjust. Sorry, gave Serqet a lead over Shink. Why did I say Adjust? Because he was playing that last game.
Trying to adjust to the strategy.
Oh, shut up. 3 minutes in though. And it's such a weird feeling when you have a 60-minute game to go back to them doing no damage.
3 minutes in and everybody's looking at one item.
Serqet, though, with a rotation over to this duo lane here. She is level 5. She may dive in deep for this one. Does she have blink? Yes, she does. No, not going to dive in deep. The cooldown on the purple, obviously they know it from when they invaded, so they're going to look to try and steal it away.
This is the safe move. They might have been able to get a kill over there on the other side of the map with the dive coming out of Serqet, but stripping the purple buff is just, this is the safe play. And now, once everybody's off the tower, they can go for the kill. Ultimate's around, and Adjust gets the final hit.
And that was the issue with the early invade, the early attempt at pressure that they did in the jungle. Took a lot of poke damage off it. And obviously, I said it the wrong way around earlier because enemy was the one that tried to steal the purple. But with the Shadow Q falling, it made it fall behind an experience, which is really key at the beginning of the game. They capitalized because Artemis hits 5 early. And she didn't get the kill, unfortunately. It did go to Serqet once more.
I'm fine with that.
You really feel so?
I want this Serqet to get Deathbringer as soon as possible. Artemis, you've already got crit, honey. I want Deathbringer as soon as possible. Your hunter's going to get the farm. It's going to happen. Jungle is the only position where farm is not guaranteed. You'll always have minions walking up this wave. Sure, you'll always have jungle camps, but those kills, not guaranteed.
Well, Bishop did go back to base and get the Empower's Gauntlet start trip back as well. So we know what sort of build he's going for. Sort of standard of all builds. You see Walrus winning out that trade against Salt Machine, but he does have a rotation from the Monkey coming. However, the other, sorry, from Serqet coming, but the Monkey well aware of it.
Long game. Long game in game one. It's already in demand. He's just monkeying around on that Serqet.
Around.
I'm trying to save you here.
Yeah,
I'm giving you a lifeline.
Level 8 on Mace to the face, though. In the mid lane, has Boots 1, Beads 2 is a big call. So rotation to the left hand side though.
Ouch! Vicium got a lot of protections with the Athena, but it's not enough. And Athena lands right at the point in time when she shouldn't have. Damage coming in from everybody. And there's the kill you wanted, Hindu Man.
Yep.
It's on the Hunter.
That's a big turnaround, that one as well, for the boys of Denial, because the early game did not go well for them, as we said. But those 2 quick kills, it's the worst feeling in the world as Athena when you dunk it and he dies anyway.
So, I don't think they planned that, but that is the ideal. You want to get the kill at the exact point in time when Athena comes down.
Dependent on the situation as well, right? Because it's like, are we going to have rotations coming in? Yeah, it's going to be a 4v1. Let's let him come in. Or it's the opposite of, quick, get him out because we're all going to die because the rotation's going. That one worked out well for them. They've tied it up into 3-3. Gold is 600 in enemies. Disadvantage right now.
3 members deep in the mid lane is Denial. Mace to the face, sporting that team skin with the hat. All our team skins, they wear hats.
What a random fact. Thank you, buddy.
No problem. No problem.
Thank you for that one.
So Eric, usually our production when he's here, usually feeds me facts about how all of these players are from the Egyptian pantheon or everybody's left-handed or something. I got to bring my own random facts this time around.
Well, you did a good job of it. Thank you so much for letting us know what hats the team skins all wear. Really patient game now all of a sudden. Compared to the last one, it was backwards and forwards. This one, it started off a little bit more aggressive in fairness. We had a few less kills by 10 minutes in already. We've got 6.
I mean, real talk, it's just mentally draining. You play a 60-minute game. I mean, for us, we're watching from a distance, and we mentioned how stark the difference is to watch, right?
Yep.
You have that stark difference of play, plus you're drained after just playing for an hour. So that's a lot to do with it.
Big rotations to the left though by both junglers here. Xing might get caught out of position here, although he wasn't spotted until Adjust saw it. Adjust was the one on the retreat that time instead. I like his decision to disengage instead of trying to go aggressive.
And threw out the health pot just in case.
And now you can see Adjust help out, Xing help out with this purple buff on the left-hand side. Left Harpy's house spawning, and Chaos is in position to take those ones. As at the moment, Mace to the face farming on the Isis on the tower.
Salt Machine and Walrus still hanging out in that solo lane. Adjust.
I mean, that solo lane is just going to be that way the whole game.
It's a Chaac versus Sun Wukong.
No one's going to die there. I expect 2 mystical males to come out more than likely. Blink in mid lane and throw from Adjust, looking for Mace. Going to force out the beads and disengage. Blink for beads, I'm okay with that.
Loved the disengage because they knew Xing was coming around the corner. That Fear No Evil would have spelled curtains for a lot of these players. Bronx Bombers brought very, very low, but that's what Ares does. Ares doesn't have peel. There is no freeze like a Ymir. There's no root or pull like a Sylvanas. What Ares does is he peels by being scary. Chains go out, and you're taking so much damage, you don't want to aggress.
Well, those shackles as well, they do provide a slow, which just helped him to buy just that extra second of disengage. Mid lane, though, you can see both Adjust and Xing hanging around looking for the farm, trying to catch somebody out of position as Mace goes and gets those back Harpies for the time being. It's one of those games right now where Serqet's lurking around the area, and
just wait.
You're going to see Xing looking for a reinitiation more than anything. It's all up to Adjust to make the play, I feel like.
Enemy a little early for the
They're
Gold
trying to
Fury.
They're baiting for it.
Yep, they're waiting for a player. They see the Ares coming around the mountain. Here he is. Shield wall. Gonna be taunted. It's gonna miss. Fear No Evil can't miss that one. Shadow Q up in the air will suffer a lot of damage. Who will fall first? It's Vicium. In comes the elbow drop from the Salt Machine rotation. 4-4, evened up with the kills by the help of the solo lane.
But it's a support against a Hunter that went down there, and Bronx is low as well. Warris is going to get out. Overall, the trade is a wash, as Bronx did base as well.
You're right. It is a support for a Hunter, but it's an Ares support for a Hunter.
It hurts him, but he got the kill. So
Very true.
he got the kill before he went down, so it balances out. A complete wash between the two over that. If anything, it would have been Vicium's loss, but the good news is Bronx had to base by lower HP, so he doesn't even lose on farm against the enemy hunter. So overall, nothing happened there.
No pain, no gain. Yeah, no harm, no foul.
No, it wasn't Pain who died, it was Shadow.
Now it's my turn to look at you
Take that one back, sir. You want to start those games. Speed buff taken by Adjust them. 3-0-1 is his slash line so far. Been involved in every single play so far. Likewise across the other way though. Bronx Bombers 2-1-2. Been involved in all of them and doing a good job of looking out for C for Nessie.
Yeah, just want to look at the crabs like you.
Well, Chaos gonna manage to catch out, makes him face that big chain. Chaos does not have ultimate right now, and the chains will bring him down. Shing credited with the kill. Good somersault onto Adjust to force him away. The slow was applied, forcing the ambush, and now they're looking for more.
Unfortunately for Denial, nothing in the jungle for them to pick up.
Well,
they'll loop all the way around and find the Gold's Fury. Enemy definitely know about this.
No sustain on the side. That's the key. Look, Shadow Q's trying to kite the Gold Fury around.
We've seen this before.
Yep.
This is actually very interesting.
We call this ring around the rosy over in England.
So Shadow Q, he's able to run around and take 0 damage from the Gold Fury if he maintains that perfect circle.
Well, talk about this now. Salt Machine has rotated over here. Chaos is now respawn. Salt Machine taking a lot of poke damage. Athena having to ult him. There's a big silence on the back as well coming in. Shadow Q, the preemptive ult though to stop the silence affecting him. Shing's trying to do what he can, but he's very low. Has to disengage. Just does what he can. And there's a big ultimate from Chaos.
Just trying to find the player in the back line, suddenly just turned away by the help from the enemy team. Pain to Beyond, you gotta find a way out as well. And Walrus, Stealth Machine, you're on the other side of the map, but I'm still ready to fight you.
Walrus
ticked down, and the slow is good. Gonna get the kill.
Walrus just needs to get transformations online, not gonna have time to. Mace cannot support either. And honestly, that whole fight for me went to enemy's way because of the Chaos Ultimate Shining. Sorry, what's it called? Flaming Shining?
Fire Shards.
Fire Shards. Flaming Shining. I want to say Shinging.
Shinging metal.
That's what I wanted to say.
Well, actually, and a big part, the key part of that fight for me, Hindu Man, was actually Shing. His ultimate was used early on in the fight on on 2 players rather than later.
Oh, the blink caught just as it was ambushing. Shadow Q, chill. He was literally just about to animate over the wall. He's like, blink chain, no. Denied, and that could be Denial's Gold Fury now. Ring around the roses.
And again, this Shadow Q is the one of the first ones to actually do this. Yep.
But the good news is the boys of enemy are back. Can they make something in response? No, they cannot, is the call.
They'll take a look at Shadow. Taunt is good. Ares is stuck out a little bit. Half HP. More damage being brought out. Pain does get the pull. Tusky's here, though. Tusky hits Shing. Will he hit Shadow? Just out of range, and a great ultimate from Shing will defensively save his team.
And unlike the call from Denial, the whole plan was just to get out with as little casualties as possible. Bronx, though, did stay around a little bit too long here. Has to use Petrify, and now Chaac over the wall's going to come in. Bronx did not expect that one. Walrus, though, did trade out with Vicium.
Chaac money gets the kill. Spirit Ball not able to hit Pain to Beyond from a distance. Wingus, everybody's looking at Salt Machine, but he's a tanky Chaac. Level 14 already on this solo lane character. Mystical Male finished. You're not going to kill him anytime soon.
Yeah, big frontline tanks as well, both of the teams. Slot Machine's still in there, though. Took a lot of damage from that Wingus. If the Spirit Ball's available, it could really hurt him. Beads used to try and get cooldown. Not going to find the kill, though. And Walrus takes to the sky to disengage.
13 minutes in, again looking very similar to the last one. Even gold, even kills, experience, a different story, 2,000 in the wave enemy, but still very, very close.
Here's the difference this game, though, is that the damage dealers are not the ones really getting the kills, I feel, from both teams. Vicium, 1, 4, and 6. Not the one you really want to. One you want to get kills on. Across the way, Mace to the face, 0, 0, and 5. Hasn't died, but hasn't got the kills to accelerate his build that we saw out of his Giannis last game. Instead, we can see Ares and Athena being credited for more kills.
Well, as the Isis, I mean, Isis is generally thought of as more of a utilitarian type mage, as opposed to Giannis, who can honestly go either way, either utilitarian or straight damage.
Well, so can Isis, because I mean, you land a Spirit Ball, you can end someone's life.
Well, very true, very true.
So it's the same sort of thing. As you can see, Sentry Wards are the flavor of the year, so to speak, especially to clear out these wards, especially because they have gold back as well, which makes them a little bit more cost efficient.
player damage being led by Chaac and Wukong. No surprise
Shocked.
there.
I'm shocked by that stat
You're
line.
shocked?
No.
You're shocked?
Oh, you got me back. Okay, good job. Good job, buddy. Vishim, though, is higher up than the junglers, which is one thing I want to know. Vishim very aggressive on this Artemis. We expected to see things out of this Artemis today because we've not seen too much of it in the current meta.
If you're going to play it, you better make it work.
Exactly, that's the straight flat line of it. And so far, it's not worked out too bad. He's just not got the kills.
Not quite there. Ping's coming out. Denial knows that enemy is lurking here on the left-hand side of the map. They understand that the Gold Fury's down, so enemy can't really be planning for the objective. They're looking for the fight. Blink in, there's Shadow Q trying to find what he can. Nobody's going to get pulled, but they do force out the Athena ult.
They do get Athena's up for free, though, but there's not much to really come off the back of it. In mid lane, though, Submachine's rotations looking for Mace to the face now. Shinga's one on the backside of the Fear No Evil, but his two tacky targets are just will find the kill with the Deathbane. The bleed, so the poison does spread, but Bronx is now there with a big Petrify that should pick up Salt Machine. He does.
Salt Machine shredded through with the help of the damage out of Shadow Q. Really putting the hurt on with those shackles. Taunt is great, not just good, and Chaos will finish off the life of Shadow Q. Walrus able to Ox out of there, no problem.
This is a big win for enemy. They can get right-hand tower here unless somebody goes to defend it, which is Shing's job, but that only leaves Walrus here, and he's not going to be able to stop them taking the tier 1 in mid instead.
First tower goes down in almost 16 minutes, and that one gets credit to enemy. So
Much
the team that won game 1 still looking good.
It's a faster paced game this time round, though. If you can notice the KD of this game overall, last game I think it was like 26 to 27, something like that. This game we've already got 20 kills in this game at 16 minutes in. Difference is golden experience is still anyone's game backwards and forwards between these two. If this is Denial as their standard play style, then enemy are a real contender. This is what the big storyline for me is like. Enemy are a contender. They're not the bottom of the pack at all.
I mean, you win a couple. You win. Don't forget, our games come in 2-game bursts. You win 1 set, good for you. You win 2, still might be a fluke. You win 3, you got something going.
You beat COG, you beat Elevate, and you do well against AFK. Not necessarily take a game off them, but you do well to make people go, hey, this enemy team's got something. And then walk up against Denial and take a game that long off them. Whew.
I think a lot of what skewed people's vision is, I mean, maybe these players are newer, but a lot of people disagreed with the way this team was formed, and I think that got into people's minds and opinions. And coming in, I mean, watching this team, this is just good Smite.
And the reason people think that way about what happened with the way this team was formed is that the other members were established, they were known in the scene more. Most of these players, not really that well known, but they're making a really good go of it. And a good reason for why Pain Divion tried to make this team a thing.
I mean, it reminds me of slightly Epsilon. Hold that thought. Bronx Bombers in a lot of trouble. Salt Machine with the ultimate kill. Chaac making a statement. Mace to the face being chased down. But Salt Machine getting chained. He doesn't seem to mind. But with the Spirit Ball, that's enough to turn him right around.
This was a 4v5 though, because still in the solo, Walrus is there. Fear No Evil did connect onto Salt Machine. He's going to get pulled in now. And into a circle of protection. No, the circle of protection was not on point from Mace to the face. But Shadow Q cleans it up with the searing, burning flash.
Might have been a little too much though. Shadow Mace to the face, able to help out his brother there with the long-range Spirit Ball, deterring the onslaught of enemy.
Big rotation from Walrus, though. Uses the teleport after taking the tower to get around the back and stop them doing Gold Fury. He may even find a kill here. Good trap from Bisham, followed by a stun, followed by Chaos. And enemy disengage. The fight ends up ending, but the tower in the right-hand lane, well, if you check experience and gold, I think we'll see, hopefully, that it's about even as where it was a minute ago.
So going back to what we were saying about the inception of this squad, Hindu Man, sort of reminds me of Epsilon. Now the players at Epsilon are much more known, but Raffer largely, and he's publicly said that he just sort of grabbed 4 players that he thought could do it alongside, and he could sort of teach. Pain to Beyond grabbed 4 lesser-known players that might need to work up. They're not the world's greatest, no way am I saying that, but they're players that can learn under his wing.
I mean, to be fair, the side of Epsilon as well, they were all ranked players more than anything else. I've seen them around in rank before. Right. I can't really comment on the side of enemy as much because I've not been there long enough, but I've seen them in the Challengers Cup there and thereabouts. None of them, by any stretch of the imagination, imagination are bad players.
Exactly.
It was just like forming a team of people who are semi-good. Maybe they have good communication skills. They have similar sort of like ideas of play styles that have allowed them to combine to, you know, be a potential force.
It's the idea that Payne can take these players and sort of allow them to grow underneath his direction. And I mean, they're 4-2. They're 5-2.
5-2 right now with this game still to go. Could end up 6-2 after this one if they can find it. But at the moment, it's still anyone's game. Approaching 20 minutes, the second goal for Chaac with a great use of teleport to Monkey to try and pick off Chaos. But the Aegis was even better.
Pain to Beyond in a little bit of trouble, in a lot of bit of trouble. Gets a 4-man taunt. And the taunt right there was used as an interrupt. Everybody was chasing him anyway. He knows that. The taunt wasn't used to grab people for him, but you can't do anything while you're taunted. That allowed Pain to Beyond to get out of trouble, but the objective in trouble.
Uh-oh, big players coming out. Betting getting zoned out of this fight. They know he's going to go in deep. The boar is online. Can he find the stuns? Well, Pain's going to get one of them as Chaos takes to the sky with that new War Ultimate to bring him down. And just with a double kill, thanks to that Death Blade, the little monkey that could. Shing runs one way. Walrus, the other monkey that can't, is trying to run the other.
Adjust with a great play right there. Mace to the face goes into the Aegis, and it's very easy. It's very easy to just say, okay, I'm going to go for it, but waits for a second, gets the kill after the Aegis is done. And immediately after that fight, there's no gold fury in the mind of enemy. They're thinking big. They're going fire.
Does that bring up quickly Shing and just see what his ultimate cooldown is? Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be up soon. But how soon is it? 2 seconds, guys. This could be big. Can they get it in time is the question. Can Shing get in with the Fear No Evil? There he is. He's going to go for it. Can Shing secure this one for his team?
Taunted.
Enemy, get it.
Taunted just a little bit too much. Beautiful play by the team of enemy. Vicium finishes up the double kill after the Fire Giant. 20 minutes in. Great direction, great thought process, and execution. Enemy are looking very strong.
That was very, very close, but Pain to Beyond with a big-time taunt there to save his team. The embarrassment of losing the Fire Giant. Denial, though, they're up against it this time. Enemy's the first one to get a Fire Giant this game. And what a turning point at 20 minutes into this game.
Fire Giant 20 minutes in. I loved the execution of it. Just very, very well played. And again, you weren't the only one thinking about the ultimate on Fear No Evil. Comes right in, and as soon as Shing shows his face, Pain to Beyond with the immediate taunt. If the taunt was delayed by 0.5 seconds, the ultimate was off.
Now that shows the level these players are thinking at, though, because I saw the Fear No Evil go off earlier before the Gold Fury was even begun again, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
And then I immediately thought back to the fact that, oh gosh, his ultimate should be up soon. These players, they should know that themselves. They knew it was off, so they were prepared for Shing coming back in. Well-timed play from Pain to Beyond and the boys of Enemy to secure the Fire Giant and be preemptive.
Always have to be aware. Always have to be aware.
Now, going back to the fight there, what we really saw out of Denial, they grouped up too much. They grouped up too much without the Fear No Evil being available. They all hugged the circle of protection. Fine, it bursted the Gold Fury down, but they lost a big fight after it. Vicium had free reign with those boars and the Athena dunk, you know?
And after that one, we're 22 minutes in. Much different story from the last game. Enemy goes ahead and picks up the Fire Giant off of a Gold Fury that Denial picks up. And with that Fire Giant around their waist, they're going to force their way down the left-hand lane. 2,000 gold already in their lead, and they're looking to add another 1,500 to it.
Yeah, the tier 2 is going to fall here. In mid lane, the Walrus will trade out that tier 1 to like stem a little bit of the blood loss, but maybe we'll see Enemy continue the aggression.
Shadow Q taunted. All of a sudden, a lot of damage. First, it wasn't that much, but now that's a whole lot of mana.
He got out because Shadow Q managed to get out because Mace was the focus from Salt Machine. Salt Machine might be able to find the kill. No, the axe was not enough. Now the chain's back on Salt Machine. He'll turn it. The Titan swinging that big axe to bring down the front line Chaac.
Little bit excitable. Little bit overexcitable.
I liked his call, though. He believed he trusted his teammates to bring down Shadow Q or expects him to die, and instead he switched his attention to an actual person in the fight still. Good call. Shame he went too deep.
Shing's here, Fear No Evil over the top, looking at Pain to Beyond, but that's a tank. Shadow Q makes the same decision, grabs Vicium this time around. Mace to the face, Aegis is good. Gets the kill out of 8, adjust because of a fantastic hesitation. Shing's forced out. Bronx Bomber forced out by a kill, and Vicium.
How much was that crit? Jesus! Vicium just crit for Bronx half of his HP. Then with Chaos ultimate comes in as well, that's going to force another death. And Pain to Beyond versus Walrus, that is too close. Shing, be careful.
Pain will get out of there. Shing is careful, and that's why Pain's going to escape.
Pain's baiting because he knows now he's got reinforcements.
Chaos around the corner.
He's going to get out of that one. But what happened in that engagement? Brock's bombers saved Maester to face his life for a second with a big-time Petrify that just turned that fight in his head.
Huge Petrify.
If it wasn't for the fact they had a new one, the enemy team, Mace was out, safe as houses.
Yep.
But fight still continues. The good news is, for the side of Denial, they only lost one Phoenix. And when this happened last game, and one team got a Fire Giant, we went 16 minutes after. We got 6 minutes, and they got one Phoenix, and then the defense began.
Well, settle in, folks.
I ain't got nowhere to go, so
I'm hanging out. I love good smite, and I mean, it's one thing when you watch. Usually lower end games, one of the later things that teams learn, sort of breaking from good to great, is how to end a game. Sometimes you watch Challenger Cup games and you'll see them last 50 minutes because the team doesn't know how to close, yet they're up 20,000. Much different story. I have no problem sitting here for 60 minutes if we get treated to this.
Well, bit of engagement here as Walrus gets caught out. Did get to the sky, but not healing thanks to the poison. Has to disengage. Now they turn it to
slowed.
Shing. He does teleport to the backline on Chaos and try and get damage off, but Chaos is going to ult him anyway, and just will secure the kill. Shing falls.
I thought the Spirit Ball might have been enough to get Shing out of there. Love the cheekiness of the, oh, I'm over here now. Adding Chaos to the fight, but unfortunately for him, not able to get out of there.
Unfortunate for Shing, because he tried to save Walrus. Did his job, saved him,
Yep.
but sacrificed his own life in trade. Sometimes that happens in the games of Smite. You try and support teammates, and, well, you pay the brunt of it, and then at the end of the game, you get reported for feed.
Shadow Q taunted into the middle of a whole bunch of enemies. Vicium gets credit for that kill, and the team is not done going. Just will get the kill on the base of the face. Walrus looks very, very low, but that's a triple stun from Bronx Bombers in the back line. Chaos gets the kill on a Walrus. Still the only member of Denial here is Bronx. Enemy barrels right past the tier 2 tower.
Enemy could look to end. Potentially end this game. They've got 5 minions poison left soon. If they can get the Phoenix here, but luckily Shing
with another kill.
Vicium's doing work. They all have a good fear. Now Weaver's going to zone them all out, and maybe Shing will get double. Oh, Salt Machine lives with the barest amount of HP right now. Vicium will get the tower though. Phoenix.
Yeah, Vicium able to get the Phoenix here, almost no problem. The rest of the members very, very low. So unable to get the win. Might have been able to get the win, but Shing has been playing very strong.
I like the players coming out from both teams here. The enemy though, they're really going to end up going this week 6-2. So after game 1, I mean they've got Cloud9 up next, and what a boon to have to be able to take out these boys today. Denial, who honestly most people see as 4th seed competitors, that makes enemy 4th seed competitors who like elevates the bottom of the shop, right?
Sure.
But everybody else could take 4th right now.
Yeah,
4th and above.
Everybody. It's
LA is really competitive.
Very exciting split. Don't forget, guys, I mean, this is the last split before we go to World Championships. For it to be this full contention is super exciting.
Well, only top 4 come to land. We're really in the SPL, but if it's going to continue like this, what a way we're going to have.
Walrus already very, very low.
He does have to use the Cloud, but he's bought time for his team to try and reset the Fire Giant. Meanwhile, a just soloed Shing on the right-hand side away from the fight.
Off the backside, look at Medusa. Medusa will come in. They're going to get Salt Machine right here. 2 out of 3 of the poison shots will be on the Chaac. He'll be able to heal that up, no problem. Enemy not going for Fire Giant, instead going for the fight. Shadow Q, cursed.
He was cursed. That's slow for his team to continue, but they chose not to. Where's Walrus? Walrus, the lazy Batman catch you out here.
Cobra's not available.
Not going to find it, luckily in time. He might be able to get
there
it.
There it is. There's the Cobra's kiss.
Todd.
1 crit.
Todd. What's the rest of the team doing? Denial, as this chase is going, Denial is swinging around in support, but I don't think they'll get here in time. War is trying to do what he can, but
Chaos gets the kill.
No, he doesn't. Vicium. Good job, Vicium. Good job. Don't let that people think New was good. That's all I'm going to say. I hate that guy.
Anyway, the enemy, after a couple kills, going to take a look at the Fire Giant right now. 4 members of Denial are up, so there is a chance of disruption. Fire Giant already at 50% HP. Here comes Shadow Q on the bottom side, but he's all alone. Up in the air with the ultimate. Beautiful ultimate by Bronx Bombers. Shadow Q will trade his life.
Fire
for
Giant's
nothing.
Still going down though as Mace in the face sticks in the circle of protection as long as he can. Trying to get a heal up. Does get a heal. Denial give the Fire Giant. What?
Shing! The ultimate play. Fear no evil. Fear my monkey. Shing has been playing out of his mind. Makes a fantastic play on the objective. Looking great is Shing.
What was that?
That's exactly what he needed to add to this game.
Best thing about Shing there as well is that he did the jumps of celebration. There were the jumps of celebration where you're like, yay!
Shing is always
I'm the
jumping.
best.
Shing is the most excitable player in the... When I think of players having fun playing top-end Smite, Shing is the one that comes to mind. You know how everybody talks about Divios giggling? Shing does the same thing. Shing is sitting there laughing his head off right now. So happy. Very good play by Shing. The jungler for Denial is looking 5, 4, and 7. He had an all-right game last time around, but this game, too, has his name all over it.
So, Denial. Oh, I just got that kill with the poison at the end there, but we saw Denial, game 1, took 2 Phoenixes with the Fire Giant. Enemy, game 2, took 2 Phoenixes with the Fire Giant. We're still rinse-repeat in last game. It's just in a different atmosphere of things. A little bit in reverse. Does this mean that Denial could win this one now they got the second Fire Giant? Well, Enemy took the Gold Fury.
I don't think correlation is causation, but...
It could be.
It could be.
Could be.
I mean, mentally, morale, wind in your wings, whatever you want to call it, that Fire Giant steal, it's not just a regular walk up and press F with your Hog 3. That was a fear no evil, fight the guy, take the Fire Giant steal. That was a hard-fought steal. That's got to feel good for the team.
And now the Phoenixes all respawn for Denial. They are weakened on the right and left-hand side. However, Enemy are looking to siege up this left at the moment. Athena does have ultimate. Salt Machine does have teleport. So he does not have teleport. So Salt Machine's not going to be able to get this engagement if they do. But I think they're going to try and take down this left-hand Phoenix.
They're going to try. We'll see if...
Vishim's huge. The big shot, honestly, is a just 11, 2, and 13.
Wow.
So, I don't know if he's a substitute or main roster now. Maybe we'll get an interview with the team afterwards, but great performance from him so far. And it all stemmed, honestly, from that double kill he got at the start of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Huge.
Here comes the rest of the team. Shadow Q's going to grab nobody, but up in the air is Nuwa. That's going to start off the fight. Bronx Bombers beads to get away from the Athena taunt. Athena will be tanking the entire time. Shing just barely going to miss the kill.
Doesn't get the kill onto Adjust, but trades out even in terms of damage. Walrus on the front side trying his own pain to be on the way. Enemy trying to go aggressively after the Phoenix has fallen.
Shell
they
pop.
Feel they can get more out of this game. I don't think they can there, though. They're going to swing mid.
Fighting their way, gets the middle lane, tanked by Chaac.
Minions will get in the way a little bit. Shing pushing out from the front line. Big crit once again coming out from Vishim. Hitting Mace in the face squarely in the face for the time being. But the defense holds for the time being. Don't forget, 2 members still have the Fire Giant on Denial.
Great stun, the Spirit Balls. No surprise there. It's Mace in the face's marquee character. Looking great, though, is the middle laner. Ultimate coming down from Chaac. That's a silence, and Shing over the top will hit Vishim with the overhand smash.
Yeah, Shing got Vishim isolated. Now Chaos is isolated too. Denial are holding this game, and they're going to push back against Enemy once more. Meanwhile, Adjust in the right lane is trying to get that Phoenix before someone notices Shing's on his way. Shing has ultimate. Can she get away? Yes, she can.
Monkey does not go the way that Shing wants it to. Bronx Bombers will clear up the kill onto Salt Machine. That's 3 members dead for Enemy, and with that, Denial will shoot up the mid lane. Walrus leading the charge.
Mid Phoenix is the big call here now from the boys of Denial. Maybe they'll try and end it. It's a 50-second respawn on Chaac, 30-odd on Chaos, and Vishim is up in 20 seconds. They could potentially end, but it's so risky. There's too many. I feel there's too many towers on.
It is rather risky. 30.
Don't forget, the towers being up give extra protections as well as HP. That's the big issue.
The ultimate from Sun Wukong used to tank out the Phoenix just a second earlier than the rest of the team would have made it, so they're looking for every piece of second that they can get. Take out the Phoenix, now you're going to look at the team go down the left-hand lane.
I don't think they have time to do both Tier 1 and Tier 2. They're going to be careful here, because Fire Giant's due up in the next 30 seconds. If they spend too much time in left, they could give Enemy a free FG.
They're not even going for the tower. They're just going to go ahead.
That's what I thought was the big key there. They can't really go for the tower just because Fire Giant spawned and they've got to get back to base ready.
Ping's head on Shing. Jumping as per usual.
He's had a good game, honestly, Xing. It may have looked awkward for him. He got soloed by just at one stage of it, but that's just Serqet versus, you know, any other assassin. They'll potentially trade out, right?
Right.
Either or, it could happen
I mean,
to
it's
anyone.
Serqet.
Assassin versus assassin doesn't really matter. It's just the way it'll be.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you'll get picked, and that's what happens. But the ability to get that fire giant on the back was really, really big.
We'll see if Denial can do it a second time. Fire Giant started by enemies. Hunter Vicium already down to 75% HP is the objective in question. Shadow Cube blinks in
Goes
just
early.
to take a look at what's going on. And with that blink, enemy will relinquish their hold. Two pulls on by Shadow Cube, but nobody for Denial is here ready to capitalize. Fear No Evil used on the backside for no gain. Bad move by Xing, and he's going to pay for it. Adjust is here. Taunt into the damage. Shield wall. Chaos claims the life of the jungler. Face to the face in a little bit of trouble as well, but Bronx Bombers uses Petrify to stop the charge for just a second. An enemy hitting the gas.
I think that is game from enemy as well now because the firemings are pouring in left-hand side as the just from the front line has to disengage for the time being. The fight is still raging on Shadow Cube, trying to slow them down with chains. This Phoenix will fall in a matter of seconds. Meanwhile, fire minions are just clearing out that wave. There's a full wave coming in for enemy to potentially 2-0 Denial.
Tower Titan is here. So is the enemy. The Titan is under attack. Denial trying to do what they can, but Bronx Bombers takes out Vicium. Bronx Bombers takes out Chaos. Bronx Bombers takes out That's a triple kill for the Hunter. The rest of enemy goes down. Only the Hunter for Denial is alive. Bronx Bombers with the ultimate defense, forcing the enemy into their coffin. Bronx Bombers doing everything he can for his team.
I got nothing. I got nothing. I don't know how he pulled that off.
Bronx Bombers with the game of Denial. The individual life-saving of Denial is out of this world. Xing single-handedly taking a fire giant. Bronx Bombers largely single-handedly saving a Titan.
Where are those two going? Go mid lane side. Where are you? Are you really? No.
Salt Machine is up in 15.
They
That's going to be
can't do
before
this.
Bronx Bombers get
They
to the
can't
Titan.
do this.
Chaos up in 9.
They
Pain
can't
up in
make
9.
it.
Vicium up in 5. Bronx Bombers.
No,
Bronx Bombers.
They're dead. They've got to die. Oh, Vicium is up at just 2 seconds, like you said. Here we go. There's a big punch.
Tower down to 50%. Fear No Evil. Chaos Titan below 50. No fight. Xing and Bronx Bombers try the impossible, and it proves impossible. The Titan will take out the two of them.
I'm going to give a shout out to Denial for that attempt at ending. Now listen, guys at home, you might be saying fail or throw. That was not a throw. Look at the enemy. Look at their own Titan's HP right now. All it takes is one auto attack pretty much from anyone on the side of enemy, and this game is over. I think Denial, in my personal opinion then, made the correct call to try and end. Even though it was very difficult, when you see the Titan on that low HP, how the hell are you supposed to defend it? The Phoenixes are down for so long, it takes one hit. Shadow Cube's going to try and do what he can. Uh-oh, where's some Wukong going? Some Wukong is going to try and backdoor. DVO style? Bad news is, though, Pain Devion's waiting.
Shadow Cube trades his life. Basically, this is an all-in from Denial.
Go Warriors, go Warriors, go Warriors, go. Go Warriors, go Warriors, go.
Mid Phoenix does fall. Face to face all by his lonesome underneath the right-hand Phoenix.
That's game.
Not able to defend.
What an end.
The other Titan goes down.
What an end. That was absolutely 100% worthy end to the way those two teams played. Enemy come out on top, but Denial's call at the end, I'm all right with.
Personally, I mean, that's
the
the game that you got to watch. That's the game that you got to love. I liked the call. I think that I would have, I mean, like I said, it was very, very important that you mentioned the health of the Titan. That's why you saw Shadow Q go in and ult by himself while the Wukong was up there. Their backs were against the wall. Enemy could walk in and really just go for it. So you gotta pull every trick out of your bag.
Let's go right back to the beginning of the game. First blood on your screens once more, and talk about this one. Bronx Bombers finds himself another first blood. This time it was on an invade more than anything else.
Yeah, a lot of waiting and positioning, but right here just gets it with the basic attack.
The key there, Bronx gets the kill, but then it just gets a double in response, and that sets Serqet up, like you said, so much early game.
Yeah, I mean, so historically, Denial has been known for their early game, and enemy, really, it's a new squad. They're sort of still identifying themselves, so they're going to go ahead. They're going to go ahead and get it. Enemy turns around from 4-2 to 6-2.
Good whiff.
Congratulations. Chaos, the mid laner for Enemy, is going to be joining us. Hello and welcome. Congratulations on your wins. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
I'm doing absolutely
I'm
fantastic.
Great. Those were 2 great games to cast, honestly, and sit back and watch. How did you feel it went?
I felt pretty good coming out of the end of it. I mean, honestly, they were pretty hype.
I mean, hype, that might be the understatement of the year. You guys go ahead and have one of the longest games around, and then Denial give you a real big scare in game number 2. Talk to me about what it's like, because I know a lot of people at home are probably wondering, what is it like after playing a 60-plus minute game to come right back into game number 2 and have to do it all over?
I mean, to be honest, probably winning was the bigger aspect of that because we were pumped, man. Like I streamed after the first game. I was so excited. So going to the second game, we had a lot of adrenaline, and I think it really showed going into it. It was a much stronger play the second game.
So you played New War both games this time round, and we've seen a little bit more New War coming out this season. What is it that you and your team value about New War as a god? We start to see us finally get back into transition.
I mean, she offers a lot of what we're looking for. You know, she's really good at like fighting the front line, and she pays off really well in the mid to late game. You saw the ult picking up a lot of kills.
Oh yeah.
You know, the minions taking the towers. So, yeah.
I'm going to ask you about your team specifically. There were a lot of question marks surrounding this team, especially with all of the nonsense about how this team was sort of put together by the fans at home. Now, you guys, as I said, question marks maybe week 2, week 3. We're here. You guys have 6 wins and only 2 losses. Is this sort of what you expected? Do you guys expect to be this dominant?
I mean, I think we're all very confident. We all have a lot of faith in each other, and we're slowly growing. I think a lot of it might just come down to a little bit of inexperience here and there.
Sure.
But we're definitely pushing forward.
Well, you've got Cloud9 on Sunday as your next opposition as well. Do we have anything special planned for them? Or is it just rinse repeat what we've been doing so far?
I mean, I can't say too much, but I'd say we're pretty confident.
Awesome.
Sounds like they've got something in the box. I don't know if we'll see a spicy pick or anything,
Artemis.
but sounds like you guys have something planned. I can't wait to see you guys take on Cloud9. Now, before we let you go, is there anything you want to shout out to friends, family, or otherwise?
Yeah, I actually have a couple. Huge shout outs to Adjust for playing like a monster and subbing in for us. Really appreciated that. Enemy as well, being such an incredible organization. Obviously, friends and family, especially one of my best friends, Andrew, for always encouraging me to stay with the scene. My girlfriend, Sarah, for always supporting me. And one last shout out to Reddit user B_Abyss. I promised you I'd get you those fantasy points, and I did it, man.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Chaos. Awesome to hear a guy so close to his fans able to really just deliver on that fantasy point. So really cool to see this squad basically come out of nowhere.
But great games from the whole of today. And for them, Enemy finding themselves now very high. But first of all, let's look at EU, because we did have that game by Epsilon earlier on today. Defeated Dignitas, and that should bring them even higher in the standings to top of the show.
Still undefeated, 6-0 for Epsilon Esports. Titan 5-1 as well. So looking good up there on the European side of things. And coming off on the North American side, Enemy 6-2. So exciting to see this team really come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Along with the rest of the squad. AFK 6-0, still undefeated, just like Epsilon.
Just like Epsilon, that's where they're going to see it. Down at the bottom, Team Elevate. But that middle pack, though, Denial all the way through to TSM. And, well, to be fair, anywhere up from Denial, I feel at the moment, is looking strong. I mean, Cognitive didn't look too bad either. But both of them 1 and 5s right now. I expect that to change as the season goes on. But do we have a run for that 4th place?
It's going to be very, very contentious over there in North America,
More than
fighting for that fourth, third, second, first spot. I mean, it's anybody's game. If today was any indication, it really is just anybody's game. But it's 2 out of 4 days that we've got here for the week number 3 in the SPL. Let's take a look at what's coming at you Saturday and Sunday.
So August 29th, we're going to see Team Justice up against Titan, followed by the other half of EU that day, which will be Paradigm versus the Myrmidons. And then we'll take over to North America.
North America will be starting off with Elevate versus AFK. And then Team Solo Mid versus Cognitive. So a lot of interesting games going to be played along this weekend as well.
And that's just Saturday. Sunday, you can see all those games there. We'll touch on them as the time becomes closer. But tomorrow is going to be big anyway.
Yeah, we're going to start at 1 o'clock p.m. Right here on twitch.tv/SmiteGame. So make sure you tune in for all the action that you saw today and plus some. We're going to see some exciting matchups. Now, just a lot of stuff. I am so just frazzled after that exciting
I agree.
stuff.
I mean, it's been so much to talk about through the whole day and continually going on and on. And then tomorrow we're going to have, well, 8 games. So plenty to watch and tune in for tomorrow.
Yeah, so make sure to join us. It'll be me, myself, and I. Joined by Hinderman and Adonis at the desk. We'll see how it works out. From hi-rez Studios, everybody in production, and everybody else you can think of, thank you for joining us. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.